Alright, once again, hey, I'm back. Much to the disdain of one pissed off Freddie. But as always, buddy, you are free to go fuck yourself. Anyway, now this is one of the things I've been talking about on how not only is this man flawed in his philosophies of perpetuating bigotry and racism, sexism, and homophobia, that's just the tip of the iceberg on what I find disturbing about this FMK project. The severe lack of training undertaken by the head instructor and proprietor of said FMK is outrageous to be considering yourself a martial arts teacher, and this is widely apparent in one of his latest drills in his class videos called Straight, I think it's Straight Blast Double Hook Kick Drill, or something to that effect. Search through it, you'll be able to find it. Now, this is where he is teaching his students to do some kind of a Wing Chun-esque straight blast combo. Very common in Kung Fu. Probably seen it a lot yourself if you're an active martial artist. This is something, it's a nice little punch combo. And then, I guess, one guy's holding the mitts. So he's going to end up doing the kick part because he can't very damn well punch with the mitts on his hands, I suppose. Well, I guess you could, but it's a double hook kick, or actually it's actually a round kick or roundhouse, double roundhouse, same level, two kicks on one leg. Now, not only does Freddie Lee fail to correct the technique of these students when they are blatantly messing this kick up. They're like going with the foot higher than the knee. They're having their hands everywhere, like they're balancing themselves on a beam, trying not to fall over from doing the flamingo leg taekwondo style double roundhouse kick. Yeah. Doesn't address this at all and lets it go on for the entire drill. Now, typically, when you're doing a kick like that and you're not necessarily experienced in such things, it's the best idea to start the kick off low. Don't try and kick higher or incredibly fast. Just try and do it right. Try your best to do it right, and however you need to do that to do it right, that's where you need to start off. If you need to do it mid-speed, maybe even incredibly slow, maybe just like stomach or even hip level, that's where you need to do it. If you can't kick high well, you're not going to be able to double kick high well, and you damn sure shouldn't be darting up and down the room doing it, because yeah, you're getting a little bit of a workout, but you're also reinforcing in the back of your mind that this is how it should be done, and that's how you're going to do it. With crappy technique, almost zero balance, and little to no power. Not to mention, that kick is pretty much a bad idea in the first place, because, especially since you're doing it on the same level, it's not even like one of those fake out, trick taekwondo kicks where you're going to kick low and then kick high on the same leg. I don't even like those in the first place because, yeah, you might score the hit, but there's hardly going to be any power on it because you're trying to do two kicks on one leg, but at the same time. Like, you're sacrificing power for speed and balance. And a kick, in my experience, you'd either feint it to set up a punch, or when you throw the kick, you throw the kick, because the kick is so strong. It's much stronger than your arms, and it's going to hit hard. You don't need to do like 3 kicks on one leg. If you kick right one time, that's really all you're going to need to do. See what I'm talking about? I think a lot of people would agree with me on that too. You throw your kick, and that's going to be a devastating shot if you do it right, and if you train for it right. There's no reason that you need to do all this other nonsense, and especially if you're going to train for like a sport for Taekwondo or something where you're just trying to, confuse people and maybe get off some flamingo kicks and mitts, what you just want to do, hey, great. It's fun. I used to do it for a long time myself, but you got to train the technique right. And if someone in your class is not doing it right at all, don't let them just trip over themselves. Stop them, correct them, help them out. This is what a teacher does. This is definitely not what you're doing, Freddie. So I'm sure while your students are working up a sweat and getting fit, as you like to say, you're reinforcing shitty technique, and your lack of education in the martial arts shows in your students' technique. Because while they're obviously not going to be as good as the teacher, you should at least correct them a little bit so they're going to be somewhat improving. You're not doing any in-class corrections. You're enforcing improper technique, and you're giving them really shitty ideas on how to come back in an actual combat situation. Your school is a joke.